Loma's to keep him at the best distance where his power is, to keep him on the end of his jab and the end of his right hand.
When he hit him with that right hand, when he dropped him, he was at distance.
Right.
Loma walked into that shot.
That's correct. He walked in and placed that right hand, timed it perfectly. That was round number 6, but round number 8 had the ebb and flow, swing back towards Lomanchenko.
That's it. Loma is the only fighter that I see that likes to hang out in that mid-distance range.
Total power punch is a 112.83 advantage according to CompuBox for Linares. Of course, he had the best power punch of the fight in the 6th round.
No matter what Lomanchenko can do, no matter how he can transform himself, red pill, blue pill, he can't make himself bigger and stronger.
He has the body of a natural featherweight, but the skill of name your weight.
Which is why this is such an extraordinary accomplishment if he gets it, just to take the challenge.
Keep in mind what that accomplishment is. Going up in weight, trying to become the fastest in history to become a 3-division world champion. You saw Oscar De La Hoya sitting ringside, cheering on the fighter he promotes in Jorge Linares. Oscar De La Hoya, generationally one of the greats, won his 3rd weight class title in his 22nd pro fight. Lomanchenko, if he pulls this off tonight, would do it in 12. That would be the best in history.
A really good round for Linares right now.
Really?
Linares is that, yeah, I think it's a great round for him right now.
Really good round for Rudy Hernandez as well.
Exactly. The cut has held up. Great work by Hernandez.
Jorge es el vecino ganado. Llegamos en un gran ganado.
Linares throws a good combination, that uppercut, a very sneaky punch. Every now and then, Loma likes to sit in the middle. He likes to stay in that mid-distance range. Straight left hand. Loma getting his head outside. That jab, and throws his left hand down the middle and lands.
Let me go back to that first combination. When was the last time you've seen Lomanchenko get hit with punches in combination like that?
You got to throw punches against a guy that has defense. The more punches you throw, the more opportunity you're going to have to land on them. If you throw one shot at a time, guess what? You're going to miss that one shot. But if you throw combinations, the 3, the 4, it can land.
Have you seen Loma get hit like that, though?
No. But like I told you, Loma likes to hang out in that mid-distance range. He's real good at getting off the line, but sometimes he makes mistakes by coming back in that firing lane instead of going around.
Good start to this round from the champ. Linares coming forward to open up the 10th round with a 4-punch combination. But then splitting that guard was Lomanchenko. Pops that right hand back at him. See Loma trying to work free there as Linares tied up that left hand.
Linares is getting real sneaky. He's throwing that left hook, trying to catch Loma when he comes in.
Jab into the angle from Lomanchenko. Didn't come with the left hand behind it. Some more swelling around the eyes of Linares, but that cut is holding together for now.
Each guy has had, in essence, 2 careers. For Lomanchenko, it was his amateur and now his professional career. For Linares, after the Sergio Thompson fight, he was ready to quit. That was 13 wins ago.
He talked about the fact of how happy he was to rededicate himself, to make some changes, and to have moments like this.
Robert Diaz of Golden Boy told us that Golden Boy wanted to drop him. He insisted, no, the best is yet to come for Linares.
Excellent work on the inside by Lomanchenko moments ago.
Then you see Linares step around.
Fires back with the right hand.
Linares pulled a Lomanchenko.
Yes, he did.
Once again, that southpaw jab hitting the target of that cut over the left eye of Linares.
This is really high-level stuff.
Unbelievable stuff. Right in the center of the ring. And Linares goes down. Lomachenko scores the knockdown. It's over! It's over! He did it! Lomachenko, the fastest in history to become a 3-division world champ! A nasty left hook to the body has MSG on fire, has Linares down and out, and has Lomachenko and the Ukrainian fans and fight fans throughout this grand arena on their feet. Lomachenko knocks out Linares. You want to see a liver shot from one of the very best? Take us through it, Tim.
There's a Lomachenko landing combinations on Linares. Finds that liver shot. As Linares tries to throw that right hand, he found a little spot.
Right there.
Right there underneath the arm.
Left hand
of Linares.
Liver shot, as they say, on the button. Boom. Wow. Good luck surviving that.
Let's remember that he did the best thing you can do in boxing to get there. He got up off the canvas.
Yeah, he did.
Just as you said, Mark, this is high-level stuff. Linares engaged in high-level stuff with the best in the biz, and the end result was, at that singular moment, he couldn't survive it. A devastating left hand to the body has history made at MSG. Here's Michael Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, here at Madison Square Garden, the end comes as referee Ricky Gonzalez lets the champion is unable to continue. The winner at 2:08 of round number 10, and new WBA Ring Magazine lightweight champion of the world, Vasiliy Lomachenko.
Pretty awesome, isn't he? Madison Square Garden, and Lomachenko crowned the new champ. We'll hear from him in moments. Stick around.
In 1903, we began brewing a new beer called Miller High Life. Not just another beer, the champagne of beers. Welcome to the High Life.
McDonald's new fresh beef quarter pounder has left Jimmy speechless. So here's Charles Barkley to speak for him.
How'd they make a burger this terrific? 4 words. Cook when you order. That's right. They don't cook it until little Jimmy tells them to. Little Jimmy doesn't see cheese that melty on a burger every day. And boy, is it juicy.
Number one, right?
Shh, little Jimmy, don't talk with your mouth full. It sounds terrible.
The new, hotter, juicier fresh beef quarter pounder burgers. So good, they'll leave you speechless.
Gold Bond presents Shack Wisdom.
If coolness and dryness is what you seek, sprinkle yourself, and you shall not reek.
Gold Bond Men's Powder, all over wetness and odor control with an irresistible scent. Stay cool with Gold Bond.
We're here in this auto graveyard to demonstrate a remarkable car polish. New Finish, the once-a-year car polish. Simply wipe it on and just wipe it off. It's that easy. And look, New Finish restored a deep, hard shine even to this weather-beaten car. We polished this car with New Finish and ran it through 52 car washes. Even after heavy-duty detergents and powerful scrubbing, the water still beads. So get New Finish.
Available at Pep Boys, Target, Ace, O'Reilly Auto, AutoZone, Walmart, and other leading...
I'm all about my bed.
This mattress is dangerously comfortable.
When When I get in, I literally say, ah.
Introducing the Lisa mattress, a better place to sleep.
This bed hugs my body.
I'm now a morning person.
The Lisa mattress is designed to provide strong support, relieve pressure, and optimize airflow to keep you cool.
Hello, bed of my dreams.
Order online. We'll build it, box it, and ship it to your door for you to enjoy. Sleep on it for up to 100 nights and love it, or you'll get a full refund. Returns are free and easy.
I love my Lisa.
Today is gonna be great.
Read our reviews, then try the Lisa mattress in your own home. Experience the Lisa difference before you buy at any West Elm. Order now and get $125 off, plus a free pillow worth $75 and free shipping too. Go to buylisa.com today.
You need this bed. Today.
We told you the most significant lightweight title fight at MSG in 46 years. Vasiliy Lomanchenko, 10th round TKO of the champ, Jorge Linares. The left hand to the body, Timothy Bradley, nearly perfect.
Liver shot right there. Found a little crease under the arm of Linares. There it is. He dug it underneath there. Let me tell you something. When you get hit to the liver, he got up from that. But let me tell you, your whole side goes numb.
As precocious and quickly ascendant a pro career as you'll ever see. That's only his 11th win. He has 9 knockouts, and in 11 wins, he is a world champion now in his 3rd weight class. It's unheard of. Nobody in the history of boxing has ever done it. The fastest to do it. We're going to go to SportsCenter, come right back, and hear from the new champ.
This is SportsCenter at night.